and love, family, and thank you for joining us tonight on Zulu Vision TV. You are in for a treat, and I am your host, Glittery Energy, and we are in for a treat tonight as we have two of the most real, authentically popping people up in these internet streets right now, okay? We have the raw, the real, the really big deal, Mr. Charleston White. How you doing tonight,
Hey,
King?
how you doing? And you really glittery.
I'm really
Yeah, you really glittery too.
Thank you so much. Yes, and then we have the queen maker, the fuck nigga slayer, the female educator, Princella. How you feeling tonight, queen?
I'm fantastic. I couldn't be better.
Oh, thank you so much. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to my chief Shaka Zulu, and shout out to DJ Genesis for sharing her vision and her space to make this colliding of worlds happen on tonight. So we have some great things in store for you. And let's just kick it off by letting you get to know these two amazing people, because there may be people here who have never heard of Charleston White and Princella. And my goal is that by the end of this, you will know exactly who they are. So I would like to kick it off over here with you, Charleston White. Can you tell us a little bit about your life experiences?
Yeah, can I first say something? They ain't got my feet showing that my feet ain't touching the ground, is you?
Oh, well, how he looking, y'all?
Yeah, don't make me look like I'm a little bitty nigga.
Yeah,
My feet ain't even touching the ground, man.
A little bit.
Yeah, let me put my feet on the ground. I was trying to sit straight up and not look like a slouch. But yeah, I'm gonna slouch like a motherfucker.
You look like a kid.
Yeah, let me say, yeah. Man, I'm a 46-year-old, I'm a 46-year-old black male who still trying to discover what a man is. Because as of most black men who grew up with our single mothers in our black communities, we never seen a man. We talk like we men. We talk like we know what men do. But we was initially taught to sit down to pee. And if there was a man in our world, we would have learned how to pee like daddy and not like mama. So we was engineered wrong from the beginning, right? Psychologically, that does something. And so the internet says I'm 53. So what the internet did was cross-reference, my information. So my marriage certificate, my wife is 53. I'm 46 years old. I like to call myself, I'm the product of the single mother, right? Who was a teenage mother, who makes it out of poverty, lands a great job during the 80s when the blue collar workers were booming in America. I'm first generation black child who got to go to school with white people after the Civil Rights Act, right? In the 70s, black people really didn't go to school with white people. It was in the 80s where our mothers made it into these affluent middle-class communities, looking for a better way outside the ghetto, trying to get a black boys a different life. And I'm a spoiled kid. I'm the kid that was who mother tried to give him everything because, for one, she worked a lot. So that's the supplement for her absence. Not as well, most parents want to give their children everything that they didn't have, which ultimately ruins them, right? So I'm the kid who would say no on Tuesday, you're grounded. When I get out of school on Friday, I go home, clean her room. When she come home from General Motors, she see the room clean. She feeling a little better than she was the other day. Mama, can we? And now it's yeah. So I'm the kid that needed those rules. And it's strange that she said that because I got locked up at 14 years old. And so I seen a lot of psychologists, I seen a lot of psychiatry, a lot of counselors. And so part of my psychological evaluation and diagnosis was I'm the type of person, and most boys are, I have to be placed in an environment that is classified as limited settings, right? Meaning you have to place me in this environment, say, boy, if you go across that thing, I'm gonna whoop your ass. If you do this, we lock you. So you have to let her, so what she was, it sounds crazy, but she psychologically, beating up the world with the truth. And this has never been done before outside of rap music. Mm-hmm. So I see what the pushback is. When she was talking, and I'm trying to process what she's saying, and she's hitting the tier points and the pyramids, and I'm thinking, well, that's why the caveman didn't know how to talk to a woman. Drag her by her. We was brutes. Mm-hmm. We had to learn. And where do most boys learn how to treat a woman? The feminine energy. Mm-hmm. So I'm everything that she described, but I had a mother who tried and thought that she could raise boys on her own till we started getting in trouble as a teenager. Now she want to go try to get the other kind of man, but by this time,
It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I didn't think it was gonna go like this, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Right, okay. All right, see, I can already tell that we are cooking up some real goodness tonight. So let's take it over here to Miss Princella. Can you please go ahead and just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you're bringing?
All right. Well, I'm Princella. They call me the Queen Maker. A lot of people call me Pastor P, maybe because of the power in my voice. But I'm a woman's advocate and social reformer. And I have a background in cell and molecular biology. I got commissioned as an officer in the Army. I've written 2 or 3 books. I was top salesman in the car industry, cell phone industry, direct marketing industry. So I've been out there. And a lot of people look at me and they take me wrong because they try to analyze me and put me in a box up and label me or compare me to social standards. But what they don't realize is I have lived a life on my own, right? I grew up, I was in a abusive home, and I lived in a family where I was the quote unquote black sheep, and I was not the favorite. And some of the things that happened, you know, my grandmother used to put me and my brother out on the streets and wouldn't feed us all day while she fed my other cousins. We got treated really bad. And so throughout life, I had to figure things out on my own. I was always on my own. So people talk about me, but it's like, okay, well, as a girl jumping from house to house, living on the streets, was I supposed to get it out the mud and depend on myself, or was I supposed to run up to a man and ask him to help me in a situation like that, right? Because see, that's how you get pimped. That's how girls get pimped. That ain't me. So by going through these experiences in life, I gained a knowledge and a wisdom. And so with my background in cell and molecular biology, I learned how to analyze and process information by observation and critical thinking and facts.
It's called qualitative studies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So with that, so cell and molecular biology did that. Then spending 8 years in the military and going through officer candidate school and ordnance to become an ordnance officer, I learned how to lead. So not only do I know how to lead myself, I know how to lead others, but I also know how to see if somebody else is capable of leadership or not. Then with my studies, with being a top salesman in the car industry, working around men, that is a male-dominated industry, this is about as snakish as you can get if you ain't doing dope and stuff like that. That's about as snakish as you can get. I'm dealing with males. I'm succeeding in this rough, hardcore industry, right? I learned firsthand in the field human behavior and human psychology. And by me being a tomboy and most of my friends being males, I have gathered a wide variety of information that I've been able to piece together to give a whole picture. So not only do I have leadership, science, I have philosophy under my belt, ecology, I have political science, I have sociology, psychology, human behavior. I have all of these subjects under my belt to back up everything that I say. And what I found out is that this world is 180 degrees upside down on its head. And in order for this world to be better, you have to put women back in charge. Because without women knowing better so that they can do better, we will not have a functioning society, and we will not have a planet that is viable for us to live as humans. So I'm here to empower the woman, period.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that, Princella. Well, there you have it. I wanted you guys to get to know who these people are, and now we're going to jump right in. So I've been doing a lot of research on both of you guys, and I have some questions prepared. But we're going to free flow because you guys have a lot to offer and a lot of knowledge to offer. And
yeah, she an expert. Yeah, she an expert. Yeah, I got these motherfucking skinny jeans on. They fucking with me with these tight drawers. I'm going back to baggy jeans. I'm sick of this shit. No, she an expert though. What she described herself as a person, who goes to college, right? The college just gets you the degree. But that's why they want you to do an internship, right? The internship is going to give you the qualitative experiences that matches the quantitative, the data and the knowledge you done got. So when she says I was a tomboy, I was in the military, I was in selling sales and cars. That's probably one of the most dominated male industries out there as a career choice for a woman, and to be a top salesman. So she had the barriers, she had the ideology, so she had to fight against everything. So I'm sitting here listening to her. She's like a gay male who was raised around all his aunties and aunts and things and know everything about a woman. So he can go out and be this. So she didn't try to become a man. Yeah, she looked kind of tough, but she didn't become a man. She just soaked up all this knowledge and data. She can really teach. So I understand now, because I had no knowledge of who she was. What I just seen her on Fresh and Fit, and I said, yeah, that's my partner, way she handled sucker ass nigga. So this my first to get to hear what she is and what she's done. So.
And I think it's definitely a recipe for magic tonight. The fact that you guys come from what we would think is such different places, but then through your life experiences, because you both have so many different life experiences and so many things that you've been through, and it's brought you to this place where it seems like of agreeing. So it's going to be really exciting to kind of dive into that. So Princella, I want to go into a little bit about your book. You know, you've written some books. The one that we're going to be talking about today is The Game, 41 Shades of Men. Please check it out if you haven't had a chance to. I want to ask you a little bit of question about something that you mentioned in the book. There's something that you named that's called the push, pull, beg, and plead method.
Yes.
So could you please define that, explain it, and tell us how that's counterproductive for women?
Okay, so in order to create a society that functions the way we do, you have to create resistance, right? Because through creating resistance and doing a backflow of energy, you create a whole host of problems that you can be an individual to create a solution for. So so feed people poison, make them sick, bam, I got the solution, right? Create a whole host of issues by creating a backflow of energy, and then you create a solution to the problem. So how women believe about men is that men are leaders, they're providers and protectors, and that you are special if they give their love to you. So this is the belief, the subconscious belief that's deeply ingrained in women that motivates them, because men can't stop being men. The nature of a male,
I keep saying that.
The nature of a male, if you know anything about the occult or esoteric information, you have 3 planes. You have a physical plane, mental plane, and a spiritual plane. And the law of gender, or the principle of gender, is masculine and feminine energy. On the material plane, you have a masculine and feminine counterpart. The male body is the masculine counterpart on a 3-dimensional plane. That means, as a masculine vessel, he still operates on the masculine principle. And what is the masculine principle? The masculine principle is a moving energy. It moves, it does. It's not a still energy. So women believe that they can stop men, that they can
Why you always moving? Why you won't be still?
They think that they can make males be still. So they believe, they try to use quote unquote love as a power tactic to manipulate the male to sit still.
Come in the house. Sit down, boy. Be still. Y'all quit that.
So the beg, plead, push, and pull method is the method that women use to try to convince men to do what she want him to do. Give her emotions, be monogamous, do all of this, which is totally counterproductive, because it'll never work, right? And so in order to fix the problem, you change the flow of the energy and you go with the flow. Women do not want to go with the flow of males because they do not understand the psychology, the nature, or the makeup of a male. And so they cause themselves problems trying to push, pull, beg, and plead for him to emotionally connect with her, for him to be monogamous and all this stuff, which the male is incapable of doing because it goes in direct opposition of his nature.
Charleston, I'd like to give you a chance to respond to that.
Man, shit. What, man? She just that's it. Man, The man, the boy been a fuck up from day one, right? Man, she broke us down. That energy can't sit still. That's why he fucked up if his mama saying, be still, sit down, y'all quit making that noise, and he never get to go outside to get that energy out. That's why when he go to school and he don't get to go to recess, that energy cannot sit still, right? So she broke down the whole makeup of us. This energy has to eat and it has to fuck. That's the desires of this energy.
Yeah.
So when a nigga go get a job, the job is for food and sex.
Yep, that's it.
The woman is for food and sex.
Yeah.
She has other traits, but if he's not capable and he don't have the energy to identify the traits outside of her cooking and fucking, then all he'll use her for is that. He can't do nothing else.
And
he
so,
cannot not be a man.
And that's why people fight me when I say men are incapable of love. They fight me, but he just said it. They can't do it. Here's why. Because men live in a perpetual state of scarcity. Sex is something that they cannot control. They can't. Every 20 seconds or a minute, sex is going through their mind. It takes so much energy just for the male to control his thoughts and stay focused.
That's why they go find God. That's why they have to get that religion.
Find God. They need religion. Religion is not for women. It is for men. It's for men.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah. Okay. So males, first and foremost, you have a
y'all ain't never talked to this one before either. And man, we talking the same shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You got the left hemisphere and you have the right hemisphere. The left side of the brain is the analytical, logical side of the brain. It is the masculine side of the brain. The feminine side of the brain is the right side of the brain. Okay? That is the creative side. This is where all of your art forms come in. Leadership is an art form. All of the arts. Public speaking is an art.
Can I stop you right quick?
Go ahead.
That's why when you look at some of the greatest men who ran some of the biggest families that we know of, it was the woman. Barbara Bush, the Miss Kennedy, it was the woman who was raising these niggas to be great leaders.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's the feminine. So the masculine, what women do not understand about men, this system has conditioned everybody to despise the feminine and cut the feminine off and shut it down. The male naturally operates from his left side of the brain. So the male is more logical in terms of, when people say the man is more logical, they put a period right there. That's not the end of that sentence. The male is more logical and is more analytical in terms of getting his needs met and survival.
Well, because he had to be made up like that to survive on this planet, because he was a hunter in the beginning. He had to go hunt his food in the beginning. So he couldn't tap into the feminine side of the brain because he would be afraid to go in that darkness to go kill to feed his family for his survival. So he had to be analytic. That's why he's the hunter. That's why they say he's the provider. He was when he had to go hunt. Women, so it was a difference, right? So that's why when and I struggle with it. That's why when a man and a woman are having conversation about what he done wrong, what she done wrong, they very seldom can come to an agreement because the man can't relate to her side of the brain. She's saying, tell me how this made you feel, and he's telling you what he thought.
And here's the thing. What women do not understand is when males are born, they have most of them have communication deficits. A lot of them can't even tell you how they feel. They don't even have the words to explain how they feel. They have it's a deficit called alexithymia, right? That is a lack of an emotional vocabulary, and more boys than girls are affected with that.
I went into the boys' home. They used to give us a whole motherfucking sheet of all different faces.
The male can't even, he does not even have the ability to decode what a facial expression looks like.
She's telling the truth. Listen, man, I told y'all I had a psychologist in psychiatry. So when in counseling, they would give us at least 2 different sheets that had 100 different facial with the names of these faces describing the emotions. And that's how they would say, okay, how you feeling? Most niggas got stuck because they couldn't say how they felt. They had to pick the face that was more logically they think how they feel, the face, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, you hitting some point. That's why niggas can't express their feelings
And
in
this
relationships.
is why they're going crazy, because the woman has been kept out of the nature, the knowledge, and the makeup of a male. The woman don't know. So she has been sold this lie about men being these high-level people, and she's expecting him to do that. So just look at all of the stuff that men have to deal with. First of all, they're born with a lot of deficits. Their right side of their brain is mostly shut down, and they're primarily operating from the left side of the brain. Testosterone makes these dudes think about so many defiled things. And then you integrate them into society and tell them to live up to these social standards where they have to control all of these beastly things. And then you put a expectation on how much money that they have to achieve and all of that. This is a mountain of things that, and the male cannot handle all of these obligations. So he's crumbling inside, and then he don't know how to say how he feels. Then the woman don't know what the male is going through, and she puts all these other expectations on him. That's why they say she nagging. Tell me how you feel. He don't know how he feel. So he in his own body, he don't know how he feel, and he can't tell you how he feels. Now you want him to do something extra to read you. He don't even know what the look is on your face. He don't know. He don't know. But women do not know this. And so they inadvertently are causing males more issues and making them more angry. And guess what happens when you raise testosterone levels? It cuts out the orbital frontal cortex.
They become like beasts and animals.
And they can't control impulse. So it shuts him off, and then next thing you know, he done blacked out and popped you in the mouth.
That's why niggas have to be in football to learn this from coach. That's why they have to go to the military. That's why they have to get in different trainings so they can learn it. Outside of that, the natural man, without the right training, without the right teaching, without the proper nourishment, will destroy everything in its path.
Exactly. So if you know anything about astrology, you have air, water, earth, fire. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries are fire signs, and they are masculine signs. So what happens if you let a fire get out of control? It ain't saying that we don't need fire, because fire is good for cooking stuff, for candles and stuff. But what happens when it get out of control? It tear up everything, it burn down everything. You have to control fire. Fire is a masculine energy. So when you invest into the masculine, you either burn money or you blow money. Air signs are also masculine. So people are investing into males and wonder why they ain't getting no return. Because if you don't train the male early, you got to about 3 years old before you make a real positive. If by 5, if you ain't made no impact, baby, you done fucked up for the
well, because those are the pivotal years for the foundation and the temperament of this being.
Exactly.
Right. So whatever that motherfucker get from 0 to 5, it shows at 40, and it don't change.
It don't change.
It don't change.
He's in arrested development, and see, that's why the Bible, again, these patriarchal religions were made for males. Train a child in the way he should go.
That's why everything is he.
This is not about the woman.
I keep telling niggas that God didn't even talk to the woman. It's about him.
The feminine is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the feminine part of the mind. It can do think of trillions of things. It's suggestible. The female is suggestible. She can change her mind. He can't.
That's what make a nigga feel guilty when he do wrong on the inside. That part of your brain. You got that right side saying, do it, nigga, fuck that shit. Boy, that quiet left side, it's the woman's side. It's so much pressure on the boy now because he's watching so many men fail. That's why so many boys are tapping into the estrogen side of their brain, the woman's side. That pressure. And if you don't have the right environment, so you go back to environment and nurture. If you're not nurtured properly from the time you land in your mother's belly, the thing that you hear through her ears while she pregnant, the shit that she feel while you in her stomach, you take on all of that as a boy.
And that's why it's important. That's why when you see like old shows, the woman got to get rest, because the whole thing, they focused on breeding boys. And they knew that the woman needed to have peace and all of that, because anything that goes, the female is a lot stronger in utero than the male. anything can make you abort a male child. Anything can mess up the male
That's why
brain.
they got Joseph ass away from Jesus. Nigga over there, he couldn't even talk.
Yeah.
Took it. So see what we don't know as men, when we plant that seed, everything we do from the moment that we have a knowledge that this seed is conceived, right? Our actions and our energy transfers to that kid. The things that we do, the women that we lay with, the recreation that we partake in, when we come home and lay with that energy, with that seed in it, all of that transfers to that energy.
And women don't understand that, because that seminal fluid, it's a concoction of a whole bunch of stuff that inside of the male, and he put that in you. So whatever's going on in that dude's life, his diet, everything, his spirit, that gets injected into the woman, right? They get it, and women don't understand this. They don't understand how seminal fluid actually impacts their physiology and their psychology. They have no clue, and they think that they can be like males. And the reason why, we got to take this all the way back to the basics. If you understand the basics, you can be a master at anything. But right here, what we're talking about is being a master of life. When you look at life, you got to go to the basics of the foundations of life, and you have 5 characteristics of life. And where do you get those 5 characteristics from? Biology. Biology. A living organism must have cells. It must grow and change. It must process energy, right? And it must change and grow, and it must respond to environmental stimuli. This is the number one thing. The environment has it communicates with the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. This is unconscious, automatic responses that the human is not aware of. This is infinite intelligence. So the environment makes people respond automatically to whatever's going on. Fight or flight, your heartbeat, all of that is unconsciously controlled. So what has occurred is that the people who run this system created a system that created multiple different environments and stuck people in these environments, kept them out of the mind, out of the consciousness, and allowed the infinite intelligence to respond automatically to whatever is going on around them. Then the second stage is psychology. You then start engineering people with illusions and altering the perception on reality to get them to behave and solidify the things that was happening on a biological level, right? So now you have women and men operating in a way unconsciously, and everybody pointing the finger at each other, not realizing that it's the people who know better and know life and put you in an environment where you don't have the mentality, the intelligence to be consciously aware to counteract what's going on around you.
That's why when you enter into different worlds, people want to know where you come from.
Yeah.
That's why your neighborhood and your city is so
Matters.
important to you and everybody else. I once heard President Bush say, how you was raised and where you was raised is some of the 2 most important factions of who you are as a person. How you was raised and where you was raised goes back to what she was just speaking on. She's speaking a language that most can't understand because her choice of words. But if she talk how I talk, she just said biology. Well, that's why every time you get in trouble, they want to know about the drug addiction of your mother, your father, your grandmother. That's why they want to know that. And if people are disagreeing with what she's saying, then nigga, how can y'all be saying, well, we affected by slavery? That shit been passed down. That's true.
Yeah.
Trauma, and so the environment goes to the psychology, right? That's why they say indoctrination started in the classroom. As soon as you can start thinking where they put you in a motherfucking classroom. And teach you everything that everybody else knows. Nothing's different.
Yeah, and so here's how you end up with dysfunction, because there is a way to analyze this whole thing, and people do not understand this because they didn't care about school or nothing, right? You have to start with the biology first. Biology gives you the foundation and the keys to life. You start with the biology first. Then the second step is the psychology. Third is sociology. That is the proper order. You end up with disorder when you try to put the sociological program or you try to put the psychological program before the biological program. And when you
Giving
do
them
that,
food stamp, WIC, all
Yeah.
that bullshit when they don't understand prenatal.
Yeah.
So what she breaking down, she just, man, goddamn you good, girl. Damn you good. Shit you good. That's so biology, right? That's all them motherfucking things on the wall
Yeah.
that's in our bodies. From the vitamins, the zinc, potassium. That's the biology. Eating right, the proper water, understanding that your body is made up of this much of water. Right. That's biology. That's the gift of life. And that's where most black women in these environments are failing that because they don't have the prenatal care. They don't have the biology.
Right. And see, they did, but here's the thing. Because we have put the psychological and the sociological program and we eliminated the foundation of biology because everybody is trying to talk about psychology and sociology. You want to know how you know that's true? Because you got people out here saying, I feel like I'm a man. You know, men can have periods. This is the sociological program before the biological program, creating mental disorders in people, right? Because you've eliminated that. Now we're talking about programming in school. Again, that's the program before the biology, continuing to create these mental disorders because the proper order is biology, psychology, sociology. Biology, psychology, sociology, in that order.
Mind, body, soul.
Yeah, in that order. Right? So if you don't do that, right, you're going to have a bunch of people who cannot see where the errors are in life because they have eliminated the foundation. No structure can survive on a cracked foundation, but they done removed the foundation and got people all in the air willy-nilly.
So let me just say this, right? So I'm sitting here listening to her talk. And I'm saying, man, most of us have children at a very young age. And the things that we allow our children to see because we're young with these young brains from 0 to 5, it distorts everything. This woman done broke down in the order in which we have to operate. That's why one party in politics is way more powerful over black people than the other party because they create a lot of social programs, a lot of sociology, and it focuses a lot on our socio-economic status.
Right.
And it never talks about our biology makeup.
No.
It never talks about our mindset. So that's why when I started working with children in the juvenile system, and I would ask the detention worker, man, what's different about the kids today than we was before? And they said, well, the kids today is substance abuse problems and mental health issues, biology and psychology.
Yeah. And how did that happen? So John Calhoun did a study, okay, on rats, Universe 25, Rat Utopia. He took 8 pairs of mice and put them in an artificial environment, gave them everything they needed, gave them housing, gave them food, and put them in a lot of space. When they took the mice out of their natural environment, they no longer had to forage for food, right? And so in this cramped-in environment, what happened? The energy like testosterone built up, and then they boomed the population from 8 mice to 2,200 before it collapsed.
They just start fucking.
Yep.
That's what they do in the ghetto. They do a bunch of fucking
But that's
in the ghetto.
that's what happened with black folks, because when you create this hierarchical system, right? Again, remember, at the bottom is where the most freedom is. The least amount of controls. At the top is more constrained because this is where your board of directors are. You have to have organization the higher you go up. So this is why it's more constrained and more disciplined. At the bottom, there's less controls, more relaxed. And so black folks don't have no real rules. They don't have no real rules. And so then you come in with the social programs doing just like Universe 25 to the point that the mice forgot how to be mice. So people think it's a matriarchy in the black community. It's not a matriarchy or a patriarchy. It's free flow, uncontrolled, wild animals down there.
That's why when you see, if you look at a black household, you'll see 5 different religions in that one household. So if when you look at other cultures, it's only one religion out of this house because it's more control. When you look at our kids in 18, 19, 20, we damn near fucking up till we 40.
Yeah.
When you look at the Paris Hiltons,
Right.
they was fuck ups at first. But the higher you get up, the more
Yeah.
control.
The more control. Yeah.
The more control. We used to have control.
Yeah. At one point, when the government told us how to live, so you understand, ex-KGB de facto, Yuri Bezmenov, he came out in 1984 and told people about ideological subversion. Most people don't understand what ideological subversion is. Ideologies, the ideologies or the philosophies that you all live by that govern your behavior, because thinking makes it so. Thinking precedes action. So whatever you do is based on your core program. So ideological subversion is how to destroy or subvert or take away the ideologies. So the first step to ideological subversion is demoralization, destabilization, crisis, and then normalization. Normalization is a process. So what is normal is not natural. So to demoralize somebody, before you demoralize, you got to say what morality is. What is moralization? Moralization is a byproduct of philosophy, okay? You create a philosophy, or this is how we do things. And then from that philosophy, you create a moral standard, right and wrong, based on the philosophy. The people at the top create that, and then they push it down to the people on the bottom and tell them what to do. This is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong. That comes from the top. It don't come from the bottom. So when you subvert and you start this malicious subversion attack, you remove the philosophy that produces the morality, hence demoralization, the removal of morality. You could see this happening in the United States because when I was in 5th grade, I remember them removing prayer out of schools. This is a part of the demoralization process. The
Conflict resolution.
Yeah.
Kids no longer say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
You see a generation of children who have no conscience that governs their emotions to say, I don't want to do that, right? So what I mean by that is they've taken away our morals.
Yes.
And hip hop have become the ideology form that we all have taken on.
Right.
That's why we support the pimps, the gangsters. That's why when the killers go to jail, the whole community don't say, well, just let him, he done his time, he done the crime. That's why we say free the killer, even knowing he killed somebody, because we no longer have any morals. So she went and studied, she went and studied some shit, and she's teaching it, and it's so truthful that it's hurting niggas, it's hurting men.
Yeah, and speaking of that, thank you guys so much for that knowledge. I want to kind of pivot and take it to the headlines of the YouTube streets. As you know, you guys have lots of content and things going on. Charleston, now you know I got to go into this, and you know I got to ask you about one of the biggest headlines you see whenever you Google or YouTube or anything about Charleston White. What we see raping and beating. So I got to ask you a little bit about that.
You the first person to ever asked me too. Yeah,
I would like to ask you about that. I have seen a couple of videos of you making some comments. I'm sure you know what it is I'm referring to. So I'm gonna give you some time to go ahead and let us know what's that all about.
I've never been charged with rape. I've never been charged with beating a woman. I've never been accused of it. I've never been in no domestic violence relationships. That was my way of wanting to come to the internet and say I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm the baddest nigga in America. That was gonna be my claim to fame. It was more in defense of Bill Cosby. So I started doing that right at the time Bill Cosby do it. I wanted to be the only nigga in America and then I was mad at the white people in the city. So I was getting into it with all the white, I was getting into it with my local politicians. So I would come into the internet saying some of the most horrific things, and I'm going radical at the time. So I was coming to the internet to go against white people. The same shit that they say to black women, the same thing that we say in rap music, I want to say to white people online. I served time for killing the white man. So I came out bragging about, I'm the only nigga I know ever done time for killing the white man. Nigga, we stood over the white man and watched him die. But I didn't run. I wanted to see what a white man looked like dying, just like in the movies, right? So, the internet said, you ain't never killed nobody. I said, oh, okay, well, nigga, I got away raping white bitches. Well, when I broke it down, we were raping as kids. I got locked up at 14 years old. I got out at 21 years old. Where's a rape case at? Where was a nigga raping? And I'm telling you, when we was kids, nigga, we were fucking at 11, 12 years old. What you think we were doing? You think we knew how to properly have sex? No, we were running trains from the ideologies of the music. Hey, we want some pussy. Me and my homies like to play this game. But there's a part that says every time it gets to me, I will shit out of luck because I stick my dick in and it will get stuck. The girl will say, stop. I say, I'm not. So at this time, when I'm making these videos, I'm actually working on children rape cases. Boys who running trains, you know, recording it. The girl, so I was teaching from a standpoint. And I use vulgarity. Yeah, so no, I ain't never done it. I ain't never been accused of it. But I was talking about white women.
So you chose sensationalism.
Man, well, I chose satire and shock jocking. So just like Priscilla, man, I went to college and I studied what satire was, what a shock jock was to doing public speakings. Man, I wanted to be mean to white people. I ain't give a fuck about, yeah, I done raped white. And I went downtown. I went downtown too. And said the same thing. I can't wait till we start raping white bitches. Like, so, but I'm taking everything to what the rapper said and taking everything back to slavery. I was being real mean to white people. But I ain't see no nigga that had the heart to do that. And I wanted to be that nigga that'll be brave enough to go say, yeah, I done raped some white women. And I knew by me saying all these horrible things, it's gonna make people look. You can't find one accusation, one video. So I wanted to be what the niggas is to white folks. Ultimately turning around and have to fight my own people. Because I'm saying, why would black people be offended by me specifically saying white women? And then when I break it down, see, they won't never play the whole video where I break it down and talk about most boys are taught to rape because this is a rape culture. Look at the movies 50 Shades of Grey. Look at porn. So we're taught this as little boys. Say, come on, nigga, let's run a train on them. We don't know to properly ask for sex. So we're having sex at such an early age. We're taught to get the girl drunk. That's rape in real life. Yes. Coercion for sex is rape. So we're taught all this as a boy. I'm a man saying this is what we did as kids, homie, and we really were raping. But we moved into the white people neighborhoods doing this. We don't, she like me, but everybody go fuck. Just how we do. These niggas just don't want to admit it. I came to the minute doing what she did, admitting the faults of men. These are the faults of men. Have I ever done it? No. But I act like I have. I act like I done killed somebody. I ain't never killed nobody. So what I wanted to show as well was the hypocrisy. I killed the white man. And there's real evidence that I served time for murder. Documentation, you know what they say? You ain't never killed nobody. I raped white bitches. Yeah, you rape white bitches. How can you believe one and not the other when one has proof and documentation and the other has nothing? So this is what they say, well, he admitted to it. What fool will admit to rape and they still locking Bill Cosby up from 1969? So, yeah, I use that. I don't apologize for it. And I'd do it again if I had to start all over.
Princella, I'd like to get a response.
Oh,
please.
of course. You know, I've been waiting on this because this the main thing I wanted. This the main thing I wanted to address because, one, here's the thing. You know, just as well as we all know about male nature, you ain't got to tell a male to do nothing like that because it's already in his nature. So, as a figure, as a person who has the intelligence that you have, the ability to draw people that you have, these dudes looking for you to be their daddy. And you get out here and be like, yeah, I rape white bitches. I rape. These dudes are waiting on the opportunity to take advantage. And let me tell you something.
I was hoping they'd do it to white women. Yeah. When I said it, I was really egging niggas on to go get white women because I'm sick. Yeah, nigga, y'all doing it to the sisters. Go do to them white hoes and them Mexicans what y'all do to these sisters.
See, that don't work because all these women are women. We're under a patriarchal society where men are standing on women's neck. So men are are running this. This is a system. This is a game between men and men. And all of this stuff is hurting women and the planet. By men doing the things that y'all are doing, and then we're promoting this. As a leader, you have to be responsible with your words.
I ain't no motherfucking leader. I'm a nigga on the internet trying to get some goddamn money. Yes, now if you make me your leader and you go rape a white bitch, fuck you and that white bitch. I don't love all women. I don't give a fuck about all women. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if a white bitch come up raped. And at the time, I was revolutionizing. I was really trying to amp my niggas up. Let's kill white folk. Let's rape white women because I want to do to them what they done to us. I really meant that at the time. And I know when the revolution jump off, when the war started, killing and raping is a part of the war.
Jesus.
That come with it.
But you see what I'm saying? This ain't no race.
And it's just to get back at white folks, though, not leave the black one alone.
This ain't no race war, because guess what? You see how they laughing? You see how when he say let's kill, let's rape, baby, that's what they support. And so women are in danger. All women are in danger. I don't give a damn if it's a white woman, black woman. They all ready to do that shit to you, me, your kids. They don't care about no damn color. And so all they want is to hear.
Nah, niggas ain't gonna rape no white bitch. They scared to rape a white woman.
No, they gonna rape everybody, because you know what? Big Mouth out there. I don't know if anybody know what happened in Somalia, right? They gave them soldiers caught. They wanted to take over some land and destroy another territory. They took those men. They gave them cot to chew, put it in their mouth, drove their sex urges up, and told them this is what you do to be a real man. Baby, when they got their testosterone up, baby, they went and raped kids, dogs, men, women, and it was so bad over there. So I'm telling you, these men, that's what they want.
Nah, they ain't gonna rape no white bitch. They may fuck on a little girl. Nigga, one thing I know about these niggas in America, they ain't finna do nothing to no white person, especially not no white bitch. These niggas is too scared of white folk. No, they'll do everything in the black community. And I'm saying, okay, nigga, if y'all want to do this, let's go across the railroad tracks and do it. Let's make some songs talking about raping the white bitch. Y'all got songs talking about putting the molly in the girl drink. So let's make us some songs talking about killing white babies. Y'all got songs talking about killing our babies smoking on Tuka. Let's smoke on some white babies. Let's smoke on some white, let's say fuck, So I'm with that shit because I understand we are a nation of people, not a race of people. I don't give a fuck about the race. I care about my kind that's within the nation. I know there was a faction of the Black Panther Party. Them niggas went out and became serial rapists. Raping and fucking and killing is just part of the man's nature.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Raping and killing is just part of the man's nature.
I told you. It's part of their nature. So why, when you think they come in your house, you got them around your kids? See, these men keep telling you we visual.
Niggas ain't turned on by kids. It's something, nigga. I know a bunch of niggas. Now, it's a bunch of niggas freaky in the motherfucker, but they ain't gonna touch no baby.
Hold on. Look, check. The male don't have no moral compass. He don't have an internal moral compass.
Oh, sure
he wake up with a heart.
Let me just say this. He may not have a moral compass, but he develops one when he's in the right environment. Right? Because I grew up believing raping and killing was cool. I've never done it. I believe raping and killing was cool.
And you still do.
I don't do it.
Yeah,
I believe it should be done in retribution. I believe whatever was done to black people in America, they should do it to everybody else. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. I'm 46 years old, and I've been preaching this since I was a kid. I ain't raped nobody. I ain't molested nobody. I've been around a lot of niggas that spent 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 years incarcerated, locked up since they was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and they ain't never raped or molested a baby. So they have to have some type of something that governs them.
Well,
they work around women. We in the strip clubs every night, touching whole pussy, and we've never been accused.
Well, but that goes against the numbers that's out here with all of these girls getting.
It's white men numbers though. When you look at the statistical rape data, it's white men. It ain't niggas.
No, because let's keep it a buck, because we know that black folks was sweeping this shit under the rug. You got Chester child molested in the house.
Them hoes were touching on that dick too. Them little boys sell 7 years old with that grown man dick. Women been molesting too.
What happens in our house stays in our house culture. Now,
All
we know
that,
this
all
is
that.
a
So
big
let's
thing in
let's
black
keep it a
culture.
buck. We
Now,
know.
there are things going on behind closed doors.
It was more women doing. It was more women facilitate molestation than it was the man.
Well,
the woman overlooking. The woman overlooking.
where that
We
come
not
from?
gonna put all this
No,
on
no,
the
no,
man.
no, no, no.
Expand on that, Charleston. What you mean by
Because
that?
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, man, none of these people have been accused of abusing women. Yeah, we fuck a lot of women, but we ain't abusing women. Some women are meant to be fucked on. Some women need their ass kicked. Some women need their pussy took. Some women need to be. They need it.
But
you
see,
know
here's
why?
the thing.
Because all women ain't women. It's some bitches. It's some hoes. It's some ladies. And you have to know how, just like she can identify these suckers. I'm telling, boy, you better not look at all girls and females and think they're a woman. Bitch, prove to me you a woman.
You telling this to people who don't even know how to decode a facial expression. Listen, scientific studies show that the male can't even determine if a woman trying to attract him or not.
Man, listen. So listen, they tell boys, don't hit girls back. I've been whispering in my son ear, go hit her back. Hit her, she hit you, you hit her back.
And that's why you got to stay away from males.
That's why you got to stay in a woman's place.
You got to separate.
That's why you stay in a woman's
What's
place.
the woman's
That's why you don't
place,
live with them. Don't go
Quiet
to school.
and don't talk back to a man.
Yeah. There you go.
Quiet and don't talk back to a man. Because all the women before me that I saw gracefully, those were those kind of women. Her grace and her essence of a woman would shut his motherfucking ass up. When the essence of a real woman come around, niggas pull their pants up, say, man, don't do that in front of her. Then it's naturally will be done it. Because her presence of a woman, a bitch won't get that response.
Oh.
A hoe won't get that. That woman that made her son kill her was a bitch. That man with that 14, that was a bitch. Arguing back and forth with a man. I would have watched my mama remove herself out of the presence of a disrespectful boy. Playing like he a man, wouldn't even responded to him. But a bitch got something to say back. A woman removes herself. It's certain things that a lady ain't go do. And when a lady walk into a room, men straighten up. I swear to God. Boys are misbehaved, but men straighten up.
Now we talk about the effect and we still get away from the cause. So now, we just agreed earlier that women are kept out of the knowledge of a male. I done went down through the science of the things that women don't know about men. And women have been conditioned under patriarchy to let men do this, let men do that, support male degeneracy. So if we're not gonna attack the root of the issue, talking about
like
what people
my woman
doing,
said, he my sorry motherfucker. She happy with why you want to change the dynamics of the man.
So what we talking about? If we can't speak out of both sides of the neck. Women got to do that, but it's okay. My woman accept my degeneracy.
This is what I'm hearing. It's all the man's fault.
No. I told you earlier. The people in this system are victims of this, the male and the female, because this goes against both the male and female nature. Who did this? First of all, the average male is not the creator of patriarchy. Y'all didn't create the religions. Neither did the woman.
I don't believe in religions. I don't read religious
hold on.
books. I don't. This is what I'm saying.
This ain't about you, Charleston. This is about the public.
But hear me out about the public though. So if they happy, why we need to change it? Or if they not happy, why should we change, right? Why should we change?
So we like dysfunction? Are we trying? Are you sending people to jail because you want to change something, or you just like putting niggas in jail because it's fun?
I just like putting niggas in jail because it's fun.
So you ain't got no real. You ain't got no. So what's the point of you even talking to little boys and raising them? What's the point? That's fun too.
To help them make it through prison.
Well, why? Why would you change? Why would you even care about them making it through prison?
Because I was a kid going to prison.
Yeah, but what that got to do with it?
So I don't care about grown folk. I don't care what happened to grown folk. I don't give a fuck about grown folk.
See, that's the difference.
See, I was called to work with kids because I was a kid that wanted to kill and rape and do all this type. It never got to do it. It never got to do it. So I go work with the kids that's doing it because I got to tell them, nigga, you going to prison. You go do this. So he can make it through prison and turn into a Charleston White.
Well, Charleston White that care about
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about
so
nothing.
Charleston, you saying
I don't
prison
care
is
about.
necessary
Yeah, it's very necessary.
To the refinement of the black man?
Yeah. Prison is very necessary. Man, listen, I don't care about half the shit I talk about. It's just good content. I care about the shit that I do in real life. Teach and work with kids that done really kill people. See, I fuck with the real killers. I'm just online bullshitting. The shit I talk about online, the shit I do in real life, I don't come speak online about it. This shit is entertaining and content for me. I don't give a fuck what happened to black people. I don't give a fuck if a black woman get raped brutally by 10 white men. I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck. It's not my bitch. I only care about the bitch I'm fucking.
But
my wife and mother, I don't give a fuck about the world.
Ladies, I told you that. I told you that women are commodities to men and they mark their territory.
Yeah, that's what you're
and all they
supposed to
do
be.
is collect you. And if you're not somebody they own, they don't give a damn about you. I keep telling y'all, men are incapable of love.
I don't own my wife.
Can't. They're incapable.
I don't think I own my wife. I don't dictate nothing to her.
I'm not. My thing is this. I'm not really tripping about nothing he's saying because all it does is tell you the truth about what I've already told you.
And I've been telling y'all, a man is gonna be a man. He cannot not be a man.
Yeah. So is there resolution?
It ain't no resolution.
Ain't no resolution.
It ain't no resolution.
First of all, it ain't women's job to try to fix this. What your job as a woman is to recognize what he's saying is the truth and you act accordingly. Don't try to change his mind.
Yeah.
Don't try to reason with him. Let him say, and he's telling you the truth. He's telling you how they are. He's telling you how they think. I told you men are incapable of love. Stop trying to make them love.
That's not true. That's not true. Dr. King loved the shit out of Coretta Scott. And he fucked like a motherfucker. And that woman never came and spoke out one bad word about this fucking preacher.
We ain't saying nothing about fucking.
Hold on, I'm just breaking it down. Men are capable of loving because they're humans, and all humans are capable of love. All humans are capable of change if they place in the right environment.
Hold on.
Come on now, listen, because if man is not capable of love, then me and Kevin Gates will be enemies today. He conquered me with love.
Hold on,
His loving response to me conquered my hate. I was being hateful, saying he got fucked and raped. That man conquered me with love, a man. We the best of friends now, because he the first nigga to conquer a nigga with love.
Now, hold on.
I love you, brother.
Hold on.
That's
Now,
what he said.
Earlier,
he said, just watch the video. He said, that's what got me. I still wanted to be mean to the nigga.
Let's let Princella respond to that. What do you have to say?
Now, we just got finished listening to I Don't Give a Fuck. We can rape all these women. Hold on. We can kill
white women. Stick with white women, though. No. Listen, see, that's what they don't want to stick with. I'm saying white women. Rape white women. I don't give a fuck about black women. I care about the women I know.
Whoa.
I care about the women I know.
Y'all, listen. Y'all hear it at your own mouth. Earlier, he said, love is the highest frequency. Sex and food is at the survival, animalistic level. The male is incapable. I don't care what come out their mouth. Kill, rape, I don't give a fuck, sex and food. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say.
This is a woman with no man, though.
Yeah.
Go talk to them women with a man.
That's right.
Go talk to them women with a man.
That's right.
I grandmothers who were married 40, 50 years. You talking to a woman with no man.
Exactly.
Listen, she's on the sideline. See, it's like this here. Fellas, we on the field playing the game. She in the stands watching, and she been watching this game all her life. She never got to play, so she can't really tell us how to play. She cannot diagnose us because she ain't on the field. She don't know what it's like when her dick get hard. She don't know what to do when your dick get hard. So she can't teach. She can't come in this locker room and teach because she don't understand the biology of us.
Wait a minute.
She can read about it. Listen to me. She's an expert. Listen, but an expert on a gorilla ain't a gorilla. You're an expert on gorillas, but you're not a gorilla.
She has the knowledge, but not the experience.
Listen to me. You're right. Listen to me. You're an expert on games, but you wasn't in a game. You're an expert on serial killers. You done talked to the world's greatest serial killer, but you're not a serial killer. See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Hold on.
I would like
did John Calhoun have to be a rat to understand the rats in his experiments? No, because let me tell you something.
You have to be.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because guess what? I done hit the nail on the head every single point that I have made about the male's nature.
Tell me what it's like to have an erection.
Let me say, I don't have to tell you how it feel, but I know how it make your mind operate. I know you can't. Listen, I don't. Let me say, Charleston, I don't want to be y'all.
Listen. So when I'm in class, and I got a hard on, and I'm not thinking about nothing, what's on my mind? And the teacher say, Charleston, come up, because you get a hard on not thinking about sex.
That's right.
And as a boy, hold on, listen,
and that's what I was trying to say.
Listen, as a boy, you wake up with a hard on, not even thinking about sex.
Didn't I say that earlier?
So this is my next question. So how can you say what's in our mind?
Charleston, I said that earlier.
You said you know what come to our mind when our dick get hard. How do you know that?
Charleston, I study y'all, and I said,
You ain't, but
Charleston,
listen.
Charleston, come on, Charleston, calm down, baby,
that ain't good enough.
baby,
That ain't good enough.
baby, calm down, sweetheart.
This is what I'm saying.
Calm down.
You can study all day long,
Charleston.
but you got, listen, just like a man. Oh, now you done got me turned up now. Just like a man, he cannot get in a woman's body to say this is how a woman feels. This is how a woman think. He can study all day long, but you don't have the chemicals that we have.
Again, listen, a male can wake up, a male can hit a tree stump and his thing come up. No, you don't need nothing to make a male's shit stand up, right?
You lying to me?
No,
You lying? Come on,
no, wait a minute.
I tell these niggas all the time. Say, listen, homie, a man has to see something. He cannot just sit because a man is.
They half-ass listen. They don't listen. They don't listen. Here's the thing.
We just heard what we heard.
No. Because I told him. Didn't I tell you earlier that men are visual? You just said, oh no, don't no men get no erections around no children. He said that earlier, and I said men are visual, extremely visual.
Come on now. Hold on.
No. Anything. Listen. No.
It's some men that are aroused by kids and called pedophilia.
Listen,
but it's some heterosexual man that see a kid is never turned on.
Sir, anything can make y'all dick raise up. Y'all waking up with hard-ons. Hold on. It don't take no major stimuli to raise y'all shit. It don't. You can sit.
So what
listen.
she's saying is that what she's trying to say is that it doesn't have to be a sexual thing in nature to raise you up, meaning that this thing can
a man is not gonna get hard unless he got to pee in the morning, unless he's sexually aroused. He's just not gonna get hard.
What? So you mean to tell me, you can be sitting in class, not thinking about sex, and his dick get hard? Which one is?
A boy.
But that's what I'm talking about.
A boy and a man.
But that's what we was talking about. Sir, that's what we was talking about that.
But he's not thinking about nothing. It's just out of his control.
But didn't I just say that? They just being disagreeable for no reason. We saying the same thing. Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. You just don't like it.
Listen
to
what?
Just don't like it,
Every man in this room is shaking their head. This is my problem with women.
All right.
Listen, we all just said the same thing.
We got women telling men about men, and they never been a man.
Shit. We said the same exact stuff. The same thing that happened on Freshman.
Let's make it clear.
The same thing that
I understand you study, you break it all the way down, but you've never been in the mind of a man to try to speak so factual about what's in a man's mind.
But that's all males do is talk about women. Yes, they do.
I'm around men all day. We don't talk about that.
Wait a minute.
All right. Let's get some other.
Say, y'all listen. Y'all world is so small. The bunch of all us in. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, man.
Y'all world is so small. I know some men that don't talk about sex. They talk about money, business, economics, growth, development. Nigga, nature dictates to me when I decide pussy.
Okay.
My nature dictates to me when I decide I'm gonna get some pussy. I get that nature out of me, and I don't think about pussy no more. I be in a strip club every night and don't never think about pussy. Every night, don't never touch no pussy. Every night, going to one tonight, was in one last night. Didn't touch one girl pussy and can damn near fuck everything in there. Didn't touch one because I want to show them it's real gentlemen.
You teach a man, you teach one person. You teach a woman, you teach a nation. So we talk about an individual who has fame, who got money, around pussy where a bunch of dudes ain't got none. Right?
Man,
so, hold on, let me Charleston, y'all ain't let me
man,
talk.
I got to defuse you. What you mean? A man can raise a nation. What you think Dr. King did? How can you discredit our great leaders?
Okay, so why the black community fucked up like it is?
Because of their mamas?
Because
they goddamn mamas that just wanted some dick?
Yeah, because you done programmed the woman.
Angry, bitter women. We had great men to get us here. How y'all gonna discredit those men?
Because you know I'm going to chop this up, right? You know I'm going to chop this up with the discrepancies, right? I'm going to just let them talk.
We got great men.
Let them talk.
I just met Manson, one of the richest ever men. Homie, he's the example of what all of us should be. Bezos, Zucker, they ain't got nothing on him. How can we discredit?
You got to go all the way back into
to a nation and just bankrupt the nation.
Come on, man.
So why you can't do it now? Why we gotta look at Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk?
I'm not looking at Mark Zuckerberg now. I don't want to do that.
But when you met
I
Manson,
don't want to do it. I want to fuck a bunch of hoes till I die.
We know that,
I don't
Charleston.
want to do it.
Charleston, we know.
And I'm happily married.
We know, Charleston.
And I'm happily married.
All you doing is agreeing with everything I done already said.
All men want to do that, don't they?
We didn't create us.
That's the nature.
No, she's not. She's not saying that.
Yeah.
She's not saying that. She'll making bold statements of the thoughts of men, and she don't know the thoughts of men that she done talked to. Most men are not thinking about sex. I promise you. I promise you.
What do animals do when they want to have sex? What do they do? What do the woman animals do? She shake her butt.
Hold on. What does a male do? The same thing. The same thing that y'all doing in this modern day society, acting like them animals. Hold on.
More women are half naked than it is men with a heart on.
So
There
now
are
we're
more
taking-
women walking around with their titties and their ass out than it is with men with heart on.
All right, so let me just be clear here. So now we're going to the point of saying that the way that women dress is suggesting that they want to be fucked. Is that what we're saying?
Left side of the brain.
You goddamn right.
Left side of the brain, tools.
Why would you have?
May I ask you what creative expression is? I mean, some women just like.
I told you the right side of their brain shut down. Let me tell you something. When a woman is dressed revealing, the left area in the left side of the brain, which is the analytical side, to use things as tools, lights up when they look at women. These dudes do not have no access to the damn feminine. And they keep telling you, they keep showing you, I ain't got to say nothing. He proving everything that I'm saying is right. I don't care how many. No, that ain't true. I don't care. It's right there in the book. Get the book.
See, this is my problem with the book folk. They can't get out the book. The whole conversation is what's in the book.
Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote the book.
The book ain't factual.
Well,
it
what's
may
in the
have some
book?
Truth.
Wait a minute. What's in the book?
No. Listen, I'm just saying any book. See, this is why I stay away from the book, right? Because the book is one person's mind. That's one person's mind, and there are a billion minds on this planet.
Okay, all right. Let me do you a solid.
There are a billion minds on this planet. Talk to me outside the book. Talk to me about a woman who's been married 30, 40 years and let her tell me about her man, because she can't tell me about our man. Let me tell me about the men that you chose, the men that you had. Don't tell me about the men you didn't have, because you don't know those men. Right? Because if all men were the same, all men would be doing the same. There's some niggas fucking some punks and they want some dick. And there's a lot of niggas ain't taking no dick. If some nigga beat women, if some nigga won't dare touch a woman. If some nigga say bitch, and if some nigga say, hey, homie, don't say there's women in the room. So we're all different. Yeah, we have the same chromosomes, makeup, all that. Homie, but our environments, how we raise, supersede all that shit. Because once you develop a conscience, once you learn right from wrong and you got a conscience, homie, I wouldn't give a fuck what turn you on. You wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give a fuck how horny you is. You ain't gonna cheat on your wife. When you develop that, you fight against your nature. You deny yourself. That's where fasting and praying come in at. You develop coping skills. You develop critical thinking skills, conflict skills to supersede your nature. That's where the morality comes in at.
All right, and that's it.
So
all right, hold on. Let me say this because he's been talking. So morality at the top of the pyramid. At the top of the pyramid is where the least amount of people exist. So, and that is the area of the mind.
She's going back to that book, homie.
Charleston, no, I'll let you talk, homeboy.
We've been listening now.
I'll let you talk. Now, go to the bottom. Earlier, I told you, the further you get down to the bottom, the less controls. So it's more people on the bottom that got no morality, no self-control because the
How
nature,
do you?
masculine energy is a moving energy.
How do you describe black people in the
hold on,
60s then?
hold
They
on.
was at the bottom. How do you describe
Because
the slaves?
because you still had morality before the process of ideological subversion that took the morality away. So here's the thing. You had the people in the Southern Black church. It was all run by the Muslims and the damn church. That ain't the leader no more. Morality has been moved out, and I don't care what nobody say.
When your mama teach you, say excuse me, say please and thank you. She's teaching you morality. When your grandmother say y'all stop, they teaching you morality. Your home life supersede this what she talking about in this book.
Wait a minute, but how much time people spending at home? Huh? Who raising the kids now, right? Who's raising the kids?
Some mama like mine.
Television.
Some mamas like mine.
In childhood, when women are given these things, they still aren't able to really receive those things because according to you,
they need the military and prison. Prison and military are damn near equal. They're both the same. They need some type of training. Both of them give men training. Both of them. But the mama got to have the boy till he come to adolescence. The mama is the first teacher.
And
not the man.
But we already agree that she got to cut the cord, and she don't know that she got to cut the cord.
When she breastfeeding you, how many of y'all breastfed? How many of y'all breastfed in this room? Raise your hand.
Oh, I breastfed.
That's where I started. So that connection through breastfeeding, you're developing morality.
No, you're not.
What do you mean?
That ain't got nothing to do with morality.
Please.
No, it don't have.
Man, I ain't.
Morality is a
Listen. The connection that you
that's
develop,
biological.
the connection that you develop with
Charleston,
your mama
that's
and her
biological.
teachings.
That's food.
Biologically gonna come from the teachings, right? You're connected
That's
with her.
biological.
So when she quit breastfeeding you, guess what she's doing? She's teaching you psychology. Pray before you do this.
No.
Say thank you. She's teaching you psychology. She's gonna teach you sociology.
Sir, that's been moved
She's
out of the
gonna
home.
teach you sociology.
Demoralization,
She can't
sir.
talk outside the book. She cannot have a conversation away from the book.
No, demoralization,
She can't.
sir.
Man, we don't want to talk demoralization. Your mother and them teaching you right from wrong. What's in the house? She talking from the book because she was never raised in a house with a family. She don't know it.
What is
She don't know what it's like to be taught properly with a family. So she can't get it.
They ain't got no
She
self-control.
wasn't properly taught. We was all raised with love and nurture. She told us she would put out without the love and nurture. Homie, love conquers all what she talking. I swear. I
do want to get back to that. I want to get back to love and the talking about love and love being the highest frequency because that is where the discord is happening. Now
love and hate though. Y'all can't hate. Hate is a high frequency too now.
Absolutely, but what I'm saying is that because we know Princella has said that she does not believe men are capable of love. But if love is the highest frequency, shouldn't we all have access to that?
I used to want to pimp, and I used to call myself pimping. But boy, when I watched what a woman had to go through to give baby to a child, watch this. I would go raise my son to be a pimp. But boy, when I saw what a woman had to go through, that epidural needle, she had to push her back out. And nigga, I was hard on women before then. She had to push her back out. Not if you ask the women I know in real life. She had to push her back out. That needle about that long. The doctor say don't move. I said, ooh wee. I saw everything a woman had to go through. I'm finna show you how powerful the spirit is. The spirit supersedes all this. Righteousness, goodness. The baby come out. I didn't hear nothing. All of a sudden I heard that. Wah! Something inside of me changed instantly. I said, I'd never be like this toward women. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I know. It changed me to witness that. What a woman had to go through. Yeah, I say bitch and hoe, but all women ain't women in our world. It's some hoes that get in your face and nigga. So no, you don't talk to her like no woman. You better not treat her like no woman. She gonna do you bad. We know this. Man, come on now. So we're not gonna act like all men is bad.
Let me say this then, because I do believe that we're talking about the same things, but from different angles. So let me say this, Princella. I don't
know. Before
we're not talking about it.
Before we say anything, ask him is he gonna let me talk? Cause for the last
Charleston,
10 minutes,
Princella talk,
right?
It's hard for me to hear wrong and be quiet.
Ooh.
See, okay. So let me say this while I got a little bit of time. He say all men ain't the same, right? Well, guess what? What's the name of my book? 41 shades of men, not one shade of men, 41. So that means it's 41 different types of men. I know all men ain't the same, but I do know the nature of goddamn testosterone. And I do know that the nature of a male is living in scarcity. It is conquering territory. That's the reason why he could say I love, but then turn around and say that's limited to the people I know. When you operate in love, that shit ain't limited because love is a flowing energy. It's a flowing. It's a flowing energy. They don't have no concept of love. Everything. And when I talk about love, guess what he keep going back to? Yeah, the king love, but he still fucked. Love ain't got a goddamn thing.
I've never disrespected my mother. I've never drunk in front of my mother because of the love I have from her.
Charleston, man,
I'm not finna sit here and listen to no woman who don't have a man, wasn't raised by a man, to say a man ain't capable of love.
Did I tell you?
I'm not finna.
Emotionally reactive.
Man, listen, my mother taught me that silence is a form of agreement. I'm not finna be silent when I know motherfucker wrong. I'm not finna, no, emotional reaction for nothing. Man,
and lack
listen,
of respect.
when you wrong, you wrong. Man, you cannot make me believe. You can't make me believe Obama don't love his wife. You can't make me believe the men I see who sacrifice everything that a man want to be committed in these relationships, going to house. You can't make me believe they don't love their woman.
I'm not trying to make you believe that.
See us saying that men are incapable.
Listen, and guess what?
Man, listen. Man, listen, I'll kick your ass as my woman and love you while I'm kicking you in your ass.
Y'all see what I'm talking about?
Because you whoop your kid and say, I do this because I love you.
I don't whoop my child. I don't hit my child.
I'm not saying you, but there's plenty of women do it.
But I'm the one that's saying men are incapable of love. So you got to put that on me because I'm not the one hitting. I don't hit my child.
You can't tell my wife I don't love her.
My audience is women, so I don't care what men think. So he ain't got to believe it.
Because
as long as
my audience is a bunch of crazy motherfucking niggas. And saying I'm telling niggas,
I don't reason with men.
Learn to rape white bitches, nigga.
And I don't.
I'm raising up niggas for a revolution. She raising up some niggas to fight bitches. I'm raising you up to think about that white man, nigga. And then do to them what they done to us. All the rest of this is bullshit. This don't get us no banks. This don't get us no economic development. This what poor motherfuckers talk about.
Exactly what I tell you.
This what poor motherfuckers talk about. Because men have to focus. Men have to focus on a legacy. And your legacy, nigga, is about what you can build and develop and conquer because God gave you dominance on earth. He didn't give it to the woman.
What I tell you?
He didn't give it to the woman. He didn't give it to the woman. God never even spoke to the woman.
Listen,
he don't give a damn what a woman got to say.
He ain't saying nothing more than what I already told y'all. It's all in the book. Everything
don't
that he
read
said,
the book. No. Talk to the men in your life.
Man,
look at your father. Look at your grandfather. Don't read no book.
He confirming it, y'all.
Let the life of your father be the book.
Everything he says is
don't
in the book.
Don't read that book.
Yeah.
Look at the man.
41 shades of
Study the man. Your coach, your school teacher, whatever man that was in your life, study them as the book.
41 shades of men. They can't do it. Everything that came out of his mouth is written in this book. They can't do it. He confirmed it. And that's why you just let him talk. Listen to him.
Y'all listen to a woman with no man. Ladies, y'all know that man love you based on what he do and what he say and his actions and inaction. She ain't never had a man.
All right.
To know how a man love.
He don't know I was married.
She ain't never had a man.
He don't know I was married.
All right,
Yeah.
let's okay, we must agree.
He didn't know that. He ain't know that.
Okay. Princella was married. All right, so let's go ahead. I think we should change.
She ain't got a man now, do she? How long ago was she married?
Princella,
you can talk to me.
How long ago was she married to a man?
You want to talk about this?
To a man?
What? Charleston, you gonna let her respond?
Hold on.
Okay, let's let her respond.
What I respond? I'm trying to get her
Okay,
respond.
let's let her respond. Let's let her respond, Charleston.
Okay, what's the actual question?
What's the
one at a
actual
time.
question? One question.
How long ago was you married to a man?
I got married in 2017 and I'm still legally married.
Oh.
Right. And me and my child's father co-parent really well.
Okay, Charles.
Do he love you?
Actually, I wrote the book after the last person I dealt with, which was a millionaire man. It wasn't.
I wanted to ask about that.
No. Ask about that, yeah. Because after my ex, because my ex ain't the one that caused me to write the book. What caused me to write the book was after I dated a millionaire after him, right? The millionaire man who I worked for was in competition with me. Now I'm working for you. You making money, but you jealous and insecure because I know the industry that you work in, right? I know.
It's coming out, guys. I'm listening.
Right, let her get it out now.
Let me tell you something.
Let's get it out.
Experience, because here's the thing. Experience in life is what you need to be able to say anything. So not only do I have experience with men.
Two men she just named, not 41.
Hold on.
Oh,
She named you 2 men, not 41.
Hold on. I worked around men. You ain't
Never
got-
slept with them, though.
Hold on.
Didn't live with them. Working and living is 2 different things.
Hold on. Can we?
She never slept in bed
Hold
with
on.
them to judge
Hold on.
these men, to
Hold on.
compare all us to these 2 men.
So, are we gonna talk, or are we gonna be in emotionalism? Because I can't.
I ain't in no emotionalism.
Yeah,
At this
that's-
point,
that's
I
what-
done already heard what
that's-
I heard. I
that-
got a woman saying to all these men.
Oh, I'm not talking to men.
hold on,
I'm talking to women. Y'all see it yourself.
listen. So she just told me, well, you're a leader, and you got this platform, and you telling men to rape. Yeah, and you over here telling women that we don't love. So let's just keep talking on our platform and leave this shit alone. At this point. It don't make no sense no more.
we can do that.
It don't make no sense no more.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Because I
I've lost
watch
control.
I watch black. I'm sure that man love his
we can
mama.
do it.
I'm sure
We
he
can
love
do
his
it.
sister. I'm sure he, man, how can you have a
what is
brother?
love? Define love, Charleston. Define love.
I can't define
I know you
his
can't.
love.
I thought so.
I can't
I
define
thought
his
so.
love.
No.
Because there's no blanket for love. This is my definition of love.
Okay.
Love is not what you can give. It's about what you can take. Our mothers took a lot.
Oh,
It ain't about what you
take.
can give. It's about what you can take.
What?
But what you
wow.
can take.
How much you endure? You're saying
look,
how
look,
much you
look,
endure?
Don't y'all put nothing on it but what I said. You figure it out.
All right.
Because each person has to define love according to their life experiences,
Okay.
not what I'm saying.
Okay, so all right. So here's the thing. Let me tell y'all something. Let me make it real quick. Everything in life has a structure and an organization to it. Everything. Your business, a sale, the galaxy, everything got a structure to it. And the only thing in the world that ain't got no structure is love. Let me tell you, it do. I got a workshop that I do 6 hours. Love, men, and manipulation decoded. Register for that. I'ma show you what love is. I ain't got nothing else to say, right? So 41 Shades of Men, Love, Men, and Manipulation Decoded, and I got 5 components of love. If y'all want to know what love is, go cop that material. That's it. I ain't got nothing else to say.
When I
about it.
die, at my funeral, y'all gonna know what love is. Right now, they can't say it because I'm still alive. But if you walk into my community, the children, the mothers, the teachers, the prisoners, the judges, go say he's a loving man. I don't give a fuck what y'all see. That's how I can get on here and say the things that I say. But my love ain't for everybody because that'll deplete you as a man. You pick and choose who you give your love to. The world is ugly, so I don't love the world. Humans have become nasty and mean and uncaring, so I don't love those kind of people. I look for my kind. And how do I recognize my kind? By actions. The way we love one another. I got some niggas been married, some fine wives. I never look at their wives. I never look at their daughters. It's some niggas' households I don't even out now because I love my relationship with this nigga to respect everything in his world. We love. It may be distorted. It may not be what you want, but it's our love. And it might be the best that we can give.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna accept that, and I thank you guys once again.
I love it. I'm coming back.
I got a couple things.
Yeah.
I just got a couple things.
Yeah.
How we doing? We got time, or we got time?
Oh, do I need?
I got a couple
Yeah, give
things
me-
that I just want to hit on.
Yes,
before
ma'am.
we go. Let's go ahead and change. Let's
Now
change
listen.
direction.
I would like to make a suggestion. We need to turn this into a town hall meeting.
Absolutely.
Find a venue and turn this into ticket sale. Fuck
right.
this
Yeah.
here.
And we
Find
can
a
do
venue.
that. And we can do that.
No, we locked in.
Hey!
Yeah, no, because
do that.
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
this is what black men and black women need. This is not to exclude nobody, but this is what our culture needs. What me and you just did today,
Yeah.
because we didn't cuss one another, we debated, we argued, but we stayed respectful. And it's deeper than what we talked about today. I promise it is. And she's right. Men are incapable till somebody teach us. And who teaches? A good woman. Not the fucked up woman, a good woman. A woman who play like she believe your lies when she know you lying. A woman who forgive you when she keep catching you cheating. A woman who breathe life into you when she know you sorry. She teach you how to love by her actions. At some point, the guilt and shame that a man feels for being a piece of shit ass man are start to make this rose grow out that concrete.
Oh.
But it's the environment. That's all I'm saying. Every human is capable are becoming good, even if they bad. And I believe that with all my heart.
Okay. All right. I feel that. So before we go, I just got about 3 more things that I just want to get a quick response on you guys about how you feel and what your position is on these things. So let's start with interracial dating. Princella, let's take it to you. Interracial dating.
I'm a true believer that it's one race. I'm not into pro-black politics. I've been there. I saw what it's about. And what I understand is that a higher level of human interaction is not about division. It's not about race or any of that. So I have a multi-layered. It's too deep for me to say because you have to come either from a female perspective or a patriarchal perspective, because patriarchy is driven on division, conquering, and territory. So man against man is about territory and conquering. This is where you get your racism from. And then you need the woman to support that. And that's how you create that, because the woman is the fertile ground, right? So if you coming from a patriarchal point of view and you have territory against territory, now you do have a such thing called racism, and now you have gangs. I'm not a part of that. I don't believe in that. When it comes from a female egalitarian point of view, right, and you allow the energy to flow the way it was naturally supposed to flow, we share in community, we share in culture, and whoever you love, whoever you connect with, regardless of race and ethnicity, is cool, right? So that's the way I see those two things, just depending on what point of view you're looking for. All right.
Charleston White, interracial dating.
That God have no respect of person, so you should date whomever. But my belief system is, fuck who you want to fuck. Yeah, man, I can't tell you where to put your dick on your pussy. I try to stay out of that, but ultimately, whoever black man fuck, they black. So I think I agree with a lot of what she's saying. We've become too hateful to just stick with blacks making blacks, Mexican making Mexicans, white making whites, because we're too hateful toward one another now. When you look at mixed breed children, they seem to be more caring, more compassionate. They don't seem as hateful because they don't have a place in the world yet to claim state as this mixed race or mulatto race, right? So our racial belief system gives us an ethnocentric ideology that we're better based on race when we're all a part of the human race. I agree with that. But when I'm talking to my people, I need us to look at us first before we can look out into the world, because that's where our power lies. Our power lies in us loving one another before we can love anybody else. So that's black power, is black love to me. I think, yeah, fuck who you want to fuck, make plenty baby with them whites and Mexicans, and run off on some of them like you do the sisters. Right. Yeah, run off, abandon some of them goddamn mixed breed babies too, like y'all done them sisters.
Well, hell. All right, moving right along. The next thing I would like to ask about is age gap dating. How do we feel about older individuals dating much younger individuals? Princella, let's start with you.
I'm a leader in my mentality. And even when you are, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, military, whatever, you have a code of ethics. The higher you go, it becomes unethical to date or deal with lower enlisted people, right? Because you have a power over them. So when it comes to, I don't care if it's a male or female, I am not for major age gaps, because there is a power gap, and people are out here power driven and ego driven, and most people in those younger age gaps end up getting screwed over, right? And I'm a humanitarian, and I'm about righteousness, and it's unethical for older people to be fucking with kids or younger people that they have power over. So that's my thing.
Charleston White, age gap dating.
Yeah, once a motherfucker get legal, you draft their ass straight out of high school into the pro. Fuck that shit. How old that little bitch? Yeah, nigga, if you can play on the bitch, play on her. Most old nigga want a young hoe, because you can't tell an old woman
that's
nothing.
love, right?
Yeah, this ain't about love.
Right.
When I met my wife, and I saw what kind of woman she was, I told her, I'm gonna marry you. She said, I ain't gonna marry. In her mind, she wasn't gonna never get married. Her family thought she was too successful to marry anybody, right? So I told her, man, she said, well, what about love? I said, we worry about love later. You and I have something in common that we can build together and establish something. We'll learn to love each other later. I ain't man, motherfuckers looking for love in the beginning. That's why relationship don't last. Because it's almost like a business partnership that we're agreeing to. It ain't love. Because some days I'm gonna wake up and feel like I don't love you. Some days you go look up and feel like you don't love me. That's how we go get to 50 years once we get past them days and years we don't feel like we love each other. That's how our elders done it. Granddaddy was a sorry motherfucker. At some point he grew out of being sorry. And boy, he's sitting over there. He's the best daddy she can be, and she's happy. She's the best grandmother. Put his ass in the ground, and she go live and travel the world good. But he was a rotten motherfucker for 20 years out of them 30, out of them 40. You're gonna go through that. So you saying
just make it through? You just got to go through it. You just got women just got to go through that.
No, women ain't got to go through nothing. We got to go through it together. Okay. Because y'all keep trying to separate this. When I get with a woman, this is a we, not a you and you. Mm-hmm. So my flaws as a man is factored in when you pick me. Even if they wouldn't. Once you see them, nobody's remained the same forever. Nobody.
Okay. Did you want to respond?
No, I'm
okay. All right. Well, we're gonna take it to one more place, and then we're gonna wrap. This has been amazing, but I got one more thing that I would like to know your views on, and that is polygamy. Let's go ahead and start with Princella.
Okay. First of all, we got to get it right. Polygamy is multiple spouses. Polyandry is a woman with multiple husbands, and polygyny is a man with multiple women.
Thank you for clearing it up, because didn't nobody know that. Man, I appreciate that. Yeah. Because I didn't know none. Yeah, I thought poly was all that in one, but she done came and broke it down. So, yeah.
Yeah, so if we're talking about polygyny, the effect, when people talk about the effect, they forget that you have multiple perspectives of anything that you're looking at. So let's take the shape of depending on how you look at it, that could be a 6 or a 9, right? Polygyny, you can look at it from the mentality of a male going to collect a bunch of women to have under his belt, or you can look at it from the perspective of a group of women controlling the environment and picking a male and passing them around.
Facts.
How you want to look at that, right? So, in terms of polygyny, I need people to understand the nature of a male, because it always goes back down to the biology. I don't care what the fuck you're talking about. It goes back down to the biology. Males mark their territory, and males they consume. Women are life givers. They are nurturers. So for every woman that a male touch, he gets a gift from her. She brings gifts. So he gets rich when he's amongst women. The woman loses life because you have multiple men coming to take something from her. They ain't coming to give you shit. They coming to take. So if you got 5 men taken from you, how much life force energy or anything do you have left to give? You don't have nothing. So polygyny, if you still gonna fuck with men, would be the way, but not in terms of giving the male any power. It's the women who run that shit. And he gets the reward of being amongst them. And if he don't like it, then he can go, because they bring the rewards. He don't, right? So how do you want to look at that? I'm cool with polygyny under the condition that the women control it.
All right. I fucks with that. Okay, Charleston White man, please have your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm like granddad and them. You have many women you can take care of.
Mm-hmm. So as long as you can take care of them, you can have as many as you want.
Yeah, as many as you want.
I kind of fucks with that too.
Yeah, as long as you can take care of them. You ain't got to love them. It's just two motherfuckers is supposed to use each other. You're supposed to use your spouse. The problem comes in when you don't know how to use me. You're gonna misuse me, right? 2 friends. I know something, you know something. Use me for my knowledge. A man uses a woman for what she knows. A woman uses a man for what he knows. Hey, babe, can you do this? They use one another, right? She can't fix something, he can. He can't cook, she can. So they use one another. It's when you misuse me, I got a problem. Don't misuse me, use me, baby. Use me up. If I fuck with a little broad, she know I'm making money, she want to start use me. Don't misuse me. So I come from a mindset that my woman at home, and she let me be a man. And she know a man go be a man. A man go be a man. So she don't ask me no question about being no man. Long as don't nothing come back to this house. She's too busy trying to focus on being a woman to take care of her duties as a woman, whether that's working and doing whatever she's doing, exercise, and we don't squabble about what I do as a man. I don't bother her about what she do as a woman. Because a woman go do what a woman do. They go nag. So yeah, women do that. They go get in their emotions. They go do that. So yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do. And I may have some other women. But my nature ain't walking out this door saying I'm horny today. Because what she don't know, there comes an age when something happens to you biologically, chemically, or whatever, you're not as horny anymore.
It's in the book.
So what ends up happening, all those incapabilities she say men don't have, they start having them at a certain age because of the women they deal with. Whether that's a co-worker. So they start identifying these type of women, right? So then you start learning other things. You start having goals. What end up happening is certain men, they goals supersede they dick. I wouldn't give a fuck what she say. It's some nigga with some goals and some plans that put them goals and plans before they dick. And now they dick having fun because they superseded all their goals and plans. It's some of us that put our dick first. Now we're in our 40s with goals and plans. Those were the different. It's some niggas that's been kind, loving gentlemen all their lives. We've been calling them simps and suckers because they've been faithful. They've been making every woman they get with happy. We've been laughing at them niggas while we over here mistreating and abusing women. So I got to give credit to them kind of men. I know some will lay their life down for their wives. The woman is so we can't discredit those real life experiences with relationships that have gone for 40, 50 years to a motherfucker can't give us 40, 50 years of relationship problems. That's all I'm saying. I don't talk as an expert. I just play games on the internet. In my home, I let my woman and my children dictate to me what kind of man I need to be. Not a book. This woman go tell me what she need from me. These kids go let me know what kind of man I need to be in this house. I may be in another house and may not ever be this kind of man. So that woman go bring out this in me. You see what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, the right woman will change the spirit, the psychology, and even the sociology of a man to make him fight against his biology. It'll make him fight. I went 11 months without having sex with nobody, and it wasn't by choice. I had discovered a purpose. I started facilitating a vision. I started walking in purpose, and I looked up one day as a single man and said, man, I ain't had sex in 11 months because I got in my purpose. It superseded everything else. When a man finds his purpose, none of that matters. He becomes purposeful. That's why Dr. King was who he was and what he was, and his kids never knew him, why he cheated on his wife, and his wife never mumbled one word. He wasn't trying to conquer and dominate. The nature of a man at some points kicks in. It may be 2 months. It may be 3 months. He's going to start having wet dreams. He'll come in his sleep and wake up and not be horny, be sexually satisfied off a wet dream. Off a wet dream.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not even going to be the one to say something. I'm going to point to my follower that listen to me. Did he say what do I teach that?
I'm not the only thing I'm saying I've disagreed with you with, and I'm adamant about it, is that men are capable of loving. I haven't disagreed with nothing you said, but your point of view right there. Men are capable of love. But we have to be taught. All behavior is taught. You don't just learn to love because life is here, because there's some people got mistreated as kids and never saw love. I played hateful. That's how I can talk hate. I come from a loving home. I ain't never kicked a nigga when he fell on the ground. I ain't never shot a gun at a black man.
Can I ask you this question? Okay. You have nipples, right? If I said that you are incapable of producing milk on your chest, would you disagree with me there?
Uh-uh.
All right. Okay, because you can see that, right? But because this concept called love is not a concept of the heart or emotions, it's actually a concept of the mind, right? That requires a whole bunch of discipline and self-control, the same people who have to control testosterone and all of these wicked thoughts that's going on in their head from their biology, from this testosterone. I can say this because this is an abstract concept that people will disagree with. But if I say that a woman is incapable of dunking a 10-foot goal, that ain't nobody gonna really disagree with that. A woman who is 6 foot or 6'5" might be more capable of dunking a goal, a 10-foot goal, than a 5'6" woman. But based on the physical, you can, yeah, that's true. But because this concept of love is abstract and you can't see it with your physical eyes, now we have something to argue. So in order to say this, you have to materialize the concept and crystallize it for people to see what it is before you can say somebody is or is not capable of it. The problem is that people see love through their deficiencies, through what they need from somebody. So that's why
I love fucking Mexican hoes.
Hold on, let me finish.
I love fucking Mexican hoes. I got a
on.
Mexican baby. I love that. When made baby.
Trigger.
So this is what I'm saying.
Trigger
She
through.
taking y'all, man, listen.
Trigger through.
Love is not that complicated with this description. Abstract. Homie, when a baby come out and look at his mama, they love one another. When I pick that baby up and look at that little boy, man, I love this boy. And I thought to myself, I can never love another kid like I love this boy. And I even told myself, I had another baby, I can't love this baby the way I love this boy. Then I had another baby, and I love that baby like, how can you not say that?
Well, what's the definition of love?
You know, I don't need a definition.
Yeah, we
my
do.
actions define my love. Not no words.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Stop looking for words.
Hold on, wait a
show me you love me. Don't tell me.
Hold on.
Don't show me.
No, Charleston.
She keep looking for
No,
words.
no,
and I'm saying,
no,
listen. When a father says, I'm making my mind up to be in these kids' life, homie, the things and the sacrifice he make to do and be there, that's his love. He can't express it. He don't need to be able to verbally express it. That's what a punk do.
I didn't say verbal expression.
So she keeps saying define it. I'm going to define it in my actions.
Oh, hold on.
She keeps saying define it.
No, Charleston, let me ask you a question. Can actions be used to deceive people? Yes or no?
Not real actions.
Okay.
Not real actions. Not real actions.
What is real action?
Not real actions.
Look,
actions out of love. A motherfucker.
How do you know?
A motherfucker volunteering for years to come see you in prison and don't get nothing out of it.
Wait a minute.
Man, listen. Listen.
Nigga, you got
Listen.
Yeah,
real actions. Real actions you can't deceive.
Wait a minute.
All right.
I got one question.
All right.
Man, listen, I'm gone. I got another event I'm late for. I'm gone. Because we get stuck on the same thing. We get stuck, listen, at this point, we get stuck on the same thing.
Peace.
No, I got one question.
Man, I got another event. Listen, I enjoyed the show. This was great, but we stuck on this incapability. And so that's going to keep dividing us. I'd rather stop. I don't even want to talk about it no more.
Closing statements.
Because
All
it
right.
keep
Closing
dividing us.
statements.
I don't want to divide us.
All right. Let's do closing statements. Peace. Thank you for bringing it back.
Yeah, I don't want to be divided.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. Once again, please make sure you are subscribing to ZuluVision.tv. Once again, super shout out to my chief, Shaka Zulu. Super shout out to DJ Genesis for sharing the space and time. I am your host, Glittery Energy. We are going to be back with part 2. We're going to do a real quick part 2, part 3. But hell, we're going to make this shit a series. Fuck out of here. We got way more to give.